I'm Sam, and this is SamazingTravels.
Week 29 is officially Berlinale week. Starting on Monday, I got to enjoy the Berlinale, my first official film seen for this film festival. Me and Martin buy our ticket, and we see which cinema it's supposed to be at. Okay, Cinemax 7, cool, sounds good. Walk up the steps, and we're passing this giant line of people, just like, hey, what's going on? This line is huge, I wonder what they're waiting for. We hand our tickets at the front to get into the cinema, and they're like, oh, you just have to go right around that corner. I go around the corner, give them the ticket, we walk in. We're one of the first people in the theater, and all of a sudden, people start pouring in, and we're wondering, where are all these people coming from? They were the people in that giant line we were talking about. Kind of skipped the line a little bit, but we didn't mean to, so that's okay, right? Concussions was cool. It was an American movie about a lesbian couple that were having issues. You got to talk to the actual filmmakers and the actors afterwards, which was really awesome, I thought. The Berlinale fun continued on Wednesday when we had a little Rattle Cell reunion. Me, Becca, Juan, and Chris, who has recently moved to Berlin, went to go see Soğuk, meaning cold in Turkish. This one was a little bit serious, okay? It was a little bit of a downer, a lot of killing, a lot of like family issues, prostitution, sad things. Nonetheless, it was a good movie. It was completely in Turkish with English subtitles. It was really cool to have access to all these films from other countries, and you just have to go to the cinema and ask for a ticket and you can just, boom, buy one. On Thursday, I got to see another film. It was a French and Russian film called Marusha. And this film was about a little girl and her mom who were homeless. They were kind of just walking around, trying to find better life in France and all this and that. I went with my host sister, Lara. It was one of like the generation films, so for the kids. And it was really interesting to find out that this was based on a true story on the life of a little girl and her mom. And what was even more awesome was that the little girl from real life that inspired this film was the actress in the film. And then even better, she was actually in the cinema watching it with everybody. So we got to talk to them afterwards as well, and it was very cool to talk to all these filmmakers and just have this very open forum kind of situation. Thursday, I had also met my Bundestag representative. Well, not the actual representative, because Miss Lisa Paus was a little bit too busy doing other stuff. I guess, you know, when you work with the government, it's kind of important, so you gotta get things done. But the guys that I did meet from her office were really cool. We had lunch together, just talked about a few things, about totally normal things, because, well, I told them I studied film and politics weren't really my forte. We just talked about typical things like what I'm doing in Berlin and how I'm liking it in Germany and this and that. It was really nice to have this experience because this whole program is about, you know, building relationships. It was cool to see that the people from the government actually care to reach out to us because it's a program that they're funding, and it's nice to see that they want to know. Thursday night, I saw a basketball game. It was Alba Berlin against Unicaja Malaga, EuroLeague basketball. Is it NBA? No, it's not NBA. But it was a really good game. Of course, basketball is like, yay, he makes a basket, he makes a basket, he makes a basket. The first 3 quarters, you're like, well, this still can be anybody's game. Finally, the 4th quarter gets there. Obviously, we're cheering for Alba Berlin because we're in Berlin. Things got super interesting. It was a very tight game. In the last 30 seconds of the game, Alba Berlin is up by 2 points. You know, they're trying to hold them down, trying to wait it out, and also trying to score. But then Unicaja Malaga just gets the ball. Someone shoots a 3-pointer with like 2-3 seconds left in the game, and poor Alba Berlin loses. There were actually a lot of Americans on the basketball team, which was pretty funny to find out. They even had 2 of the basketball guys talking to the audience and taking questions after the game. More of a personal kind of feeling. You don't really get that at home. It's kind of just a TV reporter like, so Dwayne Wade, what happened to you here? What happened there, LeBron? And oh, what, ba. Obviously, I'm a Miami Heat fan, which is why I made these references. Go Heat. Friday, Ashley finally comes to Berlin. Even though she's been talking about it forever, she was finally here. She materialized around noon. What did we do? Sightseeing, of course. We went to Olympiastadion and Schloss Charlottenburg. We had some fun sightseeing, but hunger beckoned, and we went to the supermarket so that we can make spaghetti bolognese. And the spaghetti bolognese was really delicious. We made it and it was like super yummy. Anywho, after dinner, obviously we went to go see another film at the Berlinale because, well, Ashley had never gone and I was like super obsessed with that I could see foreign movies for $4.50. We met up with 7 or 8 friends and we saw a movie called Bernadette Jessa. At first, we were all kind of looking at each other like, what the hell did we get ourselves into? Not clicking. The movie was a documentary style based movie on the Ivory Coast in Africa. It was very real. They shot the movie in 11 days, which is incredible. Not all the actors were professional, which you would never be able to tell because this looked like real life. Turned out to be a great movie and very interesting to see how the lives of those people are. After Burn It Up Jessa, we head to Warschauer Straße for some drinks. It was like a restaurant bar thing, and the cocktails were only $3.80, so you know, Juan enjoyed his cocktails as much as I enjoyed my beer. Just a lot of talking, laughing, awesome get together with the friends. Wake up the next day to go to an Union soccer game. It was kind of a mission to get there. We left the house a little bit too late. By the time we got there, we got to the wrong gate, and they said, hey, you need to go to this other gate because you have internet tickets. And so we're running, the game's already going on, everyone's cheering, and you know, every time you hear a cheer, you're like, oh, I must be missing something awesome right now. Place is packed because we're in the crazy fan section. So we're just stuffing ourselves between these, well, strangers. The game was riveting right until the end. In the last 10 minutes, Ingolstadt scores on Union. And Union fans are like, no, why? Going back with a vengeance. Union scores and everyone's like, yeah! People throwing beer and jumping. Great soccer game experience. Because Union didn't lose, but they put up a fight and they were able to tie the game even though the referees were totally not being cool. Later that night, ate at this delicious burger place. My mouth was watering. 2 juicy patties, cheese, sauteed onions, tomatoes, bacon. It's not a place you go on a date because I looked like a savage. I didn't care what everyone else thought of me. Absolutely delicious. Met up for drinks with Martin and his friends to celebrate his finishing of exams at Zusvar Gestern. Then we were supposed to meet up with Becca and Felix and Timur to go to this hip-hop club because we wanted to dance, but then everybody was having different ideas of what they wanted to do. It was all very frustrating, but finally just went bar hopping around wherever we were. And by bar hopping, I mean we went to this one other bar where we found Ashley's friends, drank a few beers, had another nice chill conversation like the night before. Wake up this morning and go sightseeing of Berlin. I realize I need to explore Berlin a little bit more because this place is huge, so much going on. My internship starts tomorrow. Oh crap. Put on your seatbelts because this is a short, quick, fast week in review.
What you see here is Olympiastadion. Hitler built that for the 1936 Olympics, and now it's, well, home to Hertha's soccer team. Now we are at the East Side Gallery enjoying the paintings on the old wall that divided Berlin.
This is the beach bar that I was at 4 years ago when I was in Berlin. And yeah, it's pretty much a Jamaican beach bar.
A Jamaican beach bar in the middle of the winter. Well, I think it'll pick up in the summer, but for now, that's what's cool runnings, and this is a half pipe. Looks epic. Continuing right along, what you see here is the Brandenburger Tor and some U.S. soil. The embassy, woo!